The Pinko Pay cat?
Oh my god, it's great. Yeah.
Oh man,
Wait,
I
they're
still need to
recording,
see it.
so-
I figured out today that my dad really wants to see it. And they're only playing it at the Hollywood Theater, which is like a theater in downtown Portland. So might
They're
have to
playing
make
it
the drive.
tonight, and I want to go, but I don't think I have time.
Well, Jagger just got back.
I just got back, and I figured out so much stuff about it that I did not pick up on the first time.
I'm gonna have to
really
limit
proud of
our
myself.
I saw the
We'll
TV
talk about
Globe
it on
conversation.
Tuesday. We'll talk about it on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay.
But hello everybody. We are back. I am back. I'm feeling better. I'm glad to be back. We got a great episode lined up for you guys today. We are going to be skipping over movie news because we got to keep it short. We will be talking about stuff we've been watching this week. We will be talking about Gone Girl and On the Waterfront, which we did not do Tuesday. And then we're here, everybody. We've made it. It's been a struggle. I feel like David Goggins after he ran that really long marathon. I feel like that's an equal comparison. But we made it. We are discussing the final 3 Jeff Profit movies until August when we get Princess of the Trap House.
Hoodie Girls Gang might be coming out first.
Well, we're not doing.
Right
we're
now.
only doing an episode on Princess. I can't. I can't do it. It's too much, dude. It's too much. Although it does make me appreciate the better movies I watch. It makes me appreciate them more.
Yeah, maybe that's why you gave Halloween a 4.5.
Well, that's not why. That movie's just awesome. But yeah, we are back today. Few upcoming episodes for you guys on Tuesday. We have got. Let me pull up my IMDb list here. Tuesday. What is Tuesday? Here it is. Oh yeah, Tuesday is our Ben-Hur and the Grand Budapest Hotel episode. Oh man, I gotta watch Ben-Hur. I'll do that on Monday.
Long movie.
Yeah, it's a long movie, but I'm looking forward to it. We get Charlton Heston, who has been
like a really bad dude though.
He's not a bad dude. He's just like he's a bad dude if you're like super against guns, because he's the president of the NRA. I don't know if he's still the president, but that's what Michael Moore said. Shout out Michael Moore. And then next Friday, we don't know yet. We are going to post a survey today. It'll be in either the link for this episode on Spotify or whatever, or in the link. The link will be in the description of this video on YouTube. Please go on there. Vote for who you want us to see do a director deep dive on next. My vote will be going for M. Night Shyamalan, because that would be so much fun. Because those would be fun to talk about instead of Profit that are just a pain. So please vote for that. But again, vote for whoever you would like. And we will be announcing that most likely on Tuesday's episode is what we usually do. And you guys will see what those episodes will be. And then the Tuesday after that, we'll be doing, oh man, and I know Evan is so excited for this. We'll be doing The Gold Rush, a silent film. Charlie Chaplin. Jagger, Evan has yet to make it through a silent film on this list.
I don't like him. I tried to watch whatever.
And we watched Passion of the Joan of the Arc.
I didn't finish it.
Okay. Passion of the Joan of Arc.
Yeah.
It's fine. He's glitching out. I can't hear him, but I have local recordings on.
What was that one that I tried to watch that it was the first of that Buster Keaton, the first Buster Keaton one.
Oh, I don't remember what that one was called.
There was one.
Jagger, you're lagging out hardcore, by the way, but that's okay. Oh, and his camera's off.
Yeah, there was that scene with the money that I thought was pretty funny, but yeah. Also,
I do remember that. That was funny. But yeah, we're doing
Heston, not the president anymore because he's dead.
Oh, R.I.P.
Dude, I was thinking.
I feel bad. We just hated on Charlton Heston.
I was when you brought up Michael Moore, I was just reminded of one of the funniest scenes in The Office where Michael is trying to go interview David Wallace because they shut down one of the branches.
Yeah.
He goes, "I'm like Michael Moore," and he goes, "All right." Although I wasn't a big fan of Bowling for Columbine because it wasn't about bowling.
Yeah, that's a crazy scene, dude. Oh my gosh. But yeah, we'll be doing The Gold Rush and a movie from Evan's all-time favorite trilogy, Before Sunrise. Is that the first? That's the first one, right?
We talked about it already.
We did?
Oh wait, no. Before Sunrise, we didn't talk about. We talked about Sunset.
We talked about Before Sunset. That was one of your first episodes. I think that was your first episode on the Average Film Enjoyers, talking about Before Sunset. But yeah, those are our upcoming episodes. Holy Peak. We got an episode coming up that is 12 Years a Slave and Blade Runner.
Oh, the best science fiction movie of all time, right there.
Poof. Well, that's debatable.
We have Harry Potter. How Harry Potter Deathly Hallows is over Blade Runner? That's disgusting.
By one spot. Calm down. But yeah, those are upcoming episodes. If you like what we do, please follow us, subscribe, do whatever. If you want to see like more movie podcast content or whatever, I don't know, from us. If you want to hit us up on our socials, I am most active. I haven't posted a TikTok in forever. I'm most active on Letterboxd, Trey the Film Noob, Evan0567 on Letterboxd, and let's see if I can. I used to have this down by heart, all of Jagger's stuff. Let's see if I. So it's Jagger Film Fan on Letterboxd, Jagger Film Reviews on TikTok, or is it Movie Reviews on TikTok?
Film reviews.
Film reviews, and then, oh god. You have an Instagram, but I can't remember what it is.
I deleted Instagram. I don't even know where.
Hell yeah,
Instagram
dude.
is.
Instagram is toxic. I don't have
terrible.
Instagram either. Evan, shut up.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh god.
Let's get into. We're
yes.
skipping movie news.
Yeah.
Anora won the Palme d'Or. It's pretty cool.
Wait, what won Palme d'Or?
Anora, the Sean Baker movie.
Really?
Yep. Big W. And Jesse Plemons, shout out to the fucking GOAT, won Best Actor for Kinds of Kindness.
Really?
Yep. Such a W. Jesse
Love
Plemons,
to see
the man.
that.
Kirsten
Jesse Plemons
Dunst
is the man.
doing backflips last night.
All right.
Do you want to talk
kick it
about?
off?
Let's do our Furiosa spoiler-free review first.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
bust it out.
I'm sitting this one out.
Yeah. Spoiler-free.
First of all, Jagger, give us your thoughts on Mad Max Fury Road, because I thought you were going to hate it.
I'm shocked you didn't hate it.
I didn't hate it by any means, but if I made a Mad Max ranking. So having rated the Mad Max movies, it's 4 of 5. It's my 4th place in the Mad Max
Didn't you
series.
give it a 4.5?
Yeah, I did.
Man, he just loves these movies then.
Yeah, I have all of them at a 4.5 except for Mad Max 2, which I have at a 4. Honestly, I don't think I could tell you more than 3 things that happened in Mad Max 2. They all sort of...
Oh, that's my favorite of the originals.
Am I all chase except...
Jagger, you're like massively lagging out.
Yeah. Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
You're back.
Okay. What I was saying was, am I insane, or are all of these movies just one long car chase except for Furiosa? Because I could very well be wrong.
It's guys being dudes, shit, driving down a road,
I mean,
turning around, driving back. What you need.
What more?
And there's
do
a
you
really
want?
long segment, Trey, in Furiosa where let me tell you, they drive down a road. And it's
What?
the best scene in the movie. It's the best scene in the movie.
What a twist! Who saw that coming?
They drive down a road, and it is the coolest scene in the movie. And I can't wait to talk about it when you see it, because Yeah. Don't you hate pure action movies, Jagger? How did you give Fury Road a 4.5? It has like no plot. It's just
Yeah, so none of them have any even remain of a story in any capacity. But as someone who doesn't like action movies, there's a weird charm to them that I think Beyond Thunderdome is entirely absurd. That movie makes no sense at all, but it's great. The first Mad Max sort of feels a little like The Warriors, where it's just a sort of gritty 70s movie with car stuff, and it's cool. Mad Max 2 has no story at all, but I thought the visuals were interesting. Fury Road is one of the most visually stunning movies I've seen in a good time. It's really, really great looking. And then I gave Furiosa my top Mad Max movie because that movie is genuinely awesome.
It's so
Hell
good.
yeah, dude.
It's so good, dude. The first, I was shocked by how much young Furiosa is in it.
Yeah, it was weird.
It's like a solid hour before Anya Taylor-Joy's character, like version
even
of
shows
Furiosa.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who plays young Anya
but-
Taylor-Joy?
It's they nailed the casting. She's great.
Someone that looks a shocking amount.
Her name is Alila Brown. And she's in Sting, that spider horror movie that just came out, which I don't know if I can watch, but
Is that the one you tried to watch?
no, that's Infested. This is a different one.
Oh man.
Lots of spiders lately. Yeah. I saw Furiosa with my brother 9 years ago. We saw Fury Road and D-Box together opening night, and it came full circle. It was a double date. Like, I brought my girlfriend, he brought his partner. We sat beside each other. It was like, the girls need to just like, because we were fist bumping. We high fived during this movie, Trey. It's so good. There is some badass shit. Chris Hemsworth as Dementus.
Yeah.
You got the
Great
epic return of
casting.
Rictus Erectus and Scrotus
Dude.
Erectus.
The GOAT.
The goats. They're so good. The guy they got to replace Morton Joe did a good job because that actor passed away.
Oh yeah.
The voice isn't as good as it is in Fury Road, but he looks the same. It's awesome. It's the scale of Furiosa is mind-boggling, and the story is great. It's a lot slower than Fury Road. The first 45 minutes is like, I mean, it's not no action, but it's a lot less, and the pacing's not bad. You're very interested. I was very interested in the backstory, and the best part about this movie is it makes Fury Road better. I can't fathom watching these two movies not back to back, because it's like the most complete story I've ever seen. It's crazy. I almost did some really ill shit, Trey, because in the end credits they play clips of Fury Road.
Yeah.
And I almost logged Fury Road just to get the numbers up.
God, come on, brother.
But,
I don't
yeah.
even do that.
Furiosa is fantastic. Chris Hemsworth, it's his best performance. Easily. He killed it. The visuals are nuts. There's some pretty wonky CGI.
It's better than
time-
his performance in Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah. Dude, it's so good. It's
That's crazy,
amazing.
dude.
It's funny, really scary. He's such a good villain. And the ending is nuts. It's just so good. The score isn't as good as Fury Road, but it's amazing. I have it over Dune. I loved it that much. And I watched
have it
Dune 2 like a
over
couple
Dune?
days ago. Yeah, I love Furiosa.
Really?
Absolutely loved it. It's so good. Yeah, peak. 5 stars. Easy 5. I'm gonna try and go see it in IMAX soon because I saw it in D-Box. Yeah, it's peak.
All right.
Okay.
Watch this time.
We'll do a spoiler review when Trey sees it.
Yeah. Who wants to start off with the watch list?
Let me Let me see how many.
I'm still
I have.
logging. I saw the TV glow. I'm just writing a short review.
1, 2,
How many?
6, 7.
I'm gonna go back to Dune Part 2.
I got 7. And 2 of those are profits, so I just have 5. And we talked about
You have
Furiosa,
4.
so I got 4.
I can do those 3 as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But I'm going back from last episode too because I had a couple there that I want to talk about.
We'll kick it off. Do a few.
All right. Yeah, I'll do. Okay, let me pull my diary back up. All right. Kicking it off. I'm doing all 3 of these as 1. The Star Wars prequels. I decided to log them so I could get it off my watch list. Get all 3 of them off my watch list. Yeah, these movies are ass. They are so bad. And if you think any of these are even remotely good, you need to change something in your life. These movies, and look, I'm not saying there's 0 redeemable things about these movies. Each movie has cool moments that I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. I like that. But the problem is the rest of the movie is so bad that it kind of outweighs, like,
Yep.
you know, like I'm not saying these are like I was bored the entire time. Duel of the Fates, sick.
Dude, you caught mad hate for logging Revenge of the Sith at a half
Yeah,
star.
Revenge of the Sith. The whole battle on Mustafar, that's pretty cool. But the rest of the movie is so terrible
Yeah.
that it makes everything just unenjoyable. These movies are awful. That's really where I'm going to end it. I don't care if you come after me. Honestly, I would rather watch The Rise of Skywalker than any of these 3 movies again. I think that's a better movie.
That's pretty funny. Here, 1 second. I'll be back while you do your next one.
I would rather do an entire Prophet director deep dive again instead of watch these ever again. They're just like, they're awful. They're not good at all. The writing is awful. The characters are boring. The acting is terrible most of the time. They're just not good films. No. Jagger, how many did you say you had?
How many did I have? I don't know, 5 maybe.
Okay.
I think
and then
5.
Evan's probably around the same place. So I'm going to do 2. Crazy poster for I Saw the TV Glow. What the hell? That's insane. Okay, after watching the prequels, skip Gone Girl, skip On the Waterfront. Oh, I watched Deepwater Horizon with Mark Wahlberg, Kurt Russell, John Malkovich, Gina Rodriguez. Pretty stacked cast. This is about the Deepwater Horizon explosion that happened in 2010, causing the worst oil spill in U.S. history. This movie is directed by Peter Berg, who also did Lone Survivor. And I will tell you, I feel the way I feel about this movie is the exact same way I feel about Lone Survivor. Like, there's like, you can, in the first half an hour, it's fine to like pause and go to the bathroom. But after that, Peter Berg just goes pedal to the metal, and you're just like locked. Like, Evan, I pause video games to watch. I watch this on my TV.
Yeah,
I was
dude.
so locked into it is Deepwater Horizon, man. What a film!
I saw it in theaters, and it was so funny. I remember this so clearly. I went to one where it's like the armrests go up and down for the recliner seats.
Yeah.
And I was sitting by myself. I went by myself, and there was like a group of dudes next to me.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy looks over at me, and he goes, "Do you want the cuddle rest up or down for this?"
That's insane.
And all of us were fucking sobbing at the end. I love Deepwater Horizon.
Dude, it's so
Have you
damn
seen-
good. The
have you
one
seen
thing
Patriots
I
Day?
will say is that John Malkovich can't do a southern accent.
I forgot he was in it.
Dude,
Oh
his
my
accent
God.
is awful.
Did you see him in Of Mice that Southern accent? I think he was doing a Southern accent.
No,
good.
he was doing the accent of a delayed person.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wow, Jagger canceled.
Dude,
Wow.
cancel Jagger. Hashtag. That was so funny.
I like how you phrased that, Trey. Delayed.
Well, I don't know. Special needs?
Yeah. Have you seen Patriots Day?
No, I haven't. It's on the watch list, though.
It's so good, dude. Brutal.
Is that the one about the guy at the Boston Marathon?
Yeah, the Boston Marathon bombing.
Oh, okay. There's
brutal.
a couple movies about that.
Yeah,
There's
Stronger
that-
with Jake G.
Yeah, that's one
seen
Jake
that.
G that's been on my watch list for a while, and
Yeah.
I've heard it's really great.
I saw all those Peter Berg disaster movies in theaters, and all of them are just so good.
Yeah,
I
Lone
think my
Survivor is
ranking
great.
is-
Battleship
Patriots Day
is
is my favorite, actually.
stinky. Hancock is actually kind of underrated.
Yes, sir. Wait, I didn't know
That
he
movie
made
rips.
that. That's awesome.
Yeah, dude. He made
I like Hancock, but
Mile
the ending is
22.
so sad. That's a stinky, stinky movie.
Oh, really? Lauren
Saw
Cohen
that
is
in
in
theaters
it, though.
too. I know, dude. The cast is so stacked.
I
Saw it
love
with my
Lauren
boys.
Cohen.
It's not good. It has like a 22% on Rotten Tomatoes, I think. It's
Oh
terrible.
boy, is Jagger back yet? Oh, he is back.
Back.
And then Evan, how many did you have?
I have 4.
Okay, all right. I do 2. You guys both do 1. So,
Okay.
Jagger, I'm gonna kick it to you first. What's your first one?
My first one. Oh.
Yep, you're
yeah.
good.
My first one is Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Makes no sense. Master Blaster, that whole thing. Super, super enjoyable though. Super enjoyable. Great fun.
Hell yeah.
4.5. I have that
Hell
at
yeah.
like an 80 or a 90 out of 100, 91. Yeah, something like that.
Hell yeah. Evan, what about you?
I watched. First off, shout out to Jordan Gagg. I don't know if
Yes.
you saw Trey. He got he got engaged today.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he posted a
Dude,
picture.
he's Fistful of Films, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on their
Shout out to him.
podcast a while back. Dude, he's a cool
Yeah.
dude.
He's a really cool guy, and he gave me a classic comedy that I had never seen in the film raffle, Beverly Hills Cop. Let me
I've never
tell
seen
you,
it either.
I cannot believe I
I've
had
seen
not
it.
watched this movie. It is so funny, dude. Oh my god, I love it.
Isn't it? Is it Chris Tucker?
It's Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. What's
Dude,
is Chris Tucker Rush
That's
Hour?
Rush Hour. Yeah, Rush.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rush Hour 3 for exposing me to every amazing actor ever. Max von Sydow, Philip Baker Hall, The Works. Oh, and Hiroyuki Sanada. Him too.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Dude, I love Rush Hour 3.
Beverly Hill. I think I saw. It was decent, I guess.
yeah,
Sorry?
I think Beverly Hills Cop is one of the best, like, 90s comedies. 90s, 80s?
Would you have it above Tommy Boy?
80s.
No,
They're too different to compare.
that's fair.
Okay. Tommy Boy is
I,
peak.
I absolutely love Beverly Hills Cop. The dialogue is fucking hilarious. Like, it is so witty. The action's pretty good. The dynamic, it's so funny because he's this cop that gets suspended to go on vacation because he keeps doing these like elaborate sting setups to get like criminals arrested, and it just like ends up decimating the city. So he goes to Beverly Hills to hang out because, well, not to hang out. His best friend gets murdered. And so he's trying to figure out what happened. And the whole movie, there's cops like following him. These 2 cops just like making sure he doesn't get into any trouble. And he's staying in this fancy ass hotel, so he's like ordering them room service every day. And one of the 2 cops is a super hard boiled detective, and the other one's like super goofy. And the one that like is super hard boiled is just like pissed off all the time, and the other one's like, "Can I get some salsa and like some mayo to the like bellhops?" And he's just living it up. It's hilarious. Highly
That's
recommend
really
it. It's
funny.
on Netflix. I'm gonna probably watch the other 2. But yeah, loved it. 4.5 stars.
Hell yeah. Okay, my next two are. I'm on mile 22. I gotta pull up my diary here. I watched this movie called Caveat, Caveat. I don't know how to say
Caveat,
that. Caveat.
maybe. Who knows?
So this is shout out Seth. Seth is the only other mutual that I have that has this logged. This is another one on my Shutter journey.
I've scrolled past this movie so many times.
It's I believe it's Irish. Yeah, it's an Irish horror film. This one creeped me out. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
I watched this with my AirPods in. I was playing video games, but lights were off, AirPods were in, noise cancellation was on, so I was just hearing the movie. This one is very, very unsettling. I was like, you know how your chest gets real tight if you're watching a good horror movie, or you're just like, ooh. Mm-hmm. Wait, Jagger was taken off the stage. Did he do that to himself?
I'm not sure. No.
Jagger.
Hi.
There we go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this one was really good. It was interesting, cool plot, some twists that are kind of fun, good performances. I really enjoyed this one. Seth enjoys it as well. He has it at a 3.5. Yeah, just scared me a little bit. So I definitely would recommend that one. Caveat nice. On Shudder. You guys should check it out. And then, skipping over Prophet, I got laid off again, this week on, God, I can't remember what day, Thursday, because I called out sick for the first time, which kind of sucks, but it's whatever. And I told Evan, I was like, I'm going to drown my sorrows in Dune 2 and Carl's Jr., and I did exactly that. And guess what? I felt better after, dude.
Hell yeah.
And Evan, you know how you said that on second watch, the pacing is like, it's incredible. Like,
it's
it just fly.
Dude,
Dude, exactly,
like
bro.
An hour and a half. It's nuts.
That movie is just so damn good. Like, watching it on my computer made me be like, oh man, I wish I would have seen this in the theater at least one more time. Like, it's just... God, dude, that movie is so good. Timothée Chalamet should be up for Best Actor, in my opinion. I hope Jessica Ferguson gets up for Best Supporting. Rebecca Ferguson. I don't know why I said Jack. Who's Jessica? I don't even know if that's a person. I don't know. Isn't that her character in the movie, Jessica?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, that's probably why. Rebecca Ferguson should be up for Best Supporting. People are like, oh, who's the best villain in the Dune movie? It's probably Fade Rotha. No, it's not. It's Rebecca Ferguson. Yeah. She is so menacing. Oh my gosh. She is so good. We all need a Stilgar in our life, a guy who just hypes us up no matter what we do. Oh, he's being humble. As written, Lisa Nagaib. Bro, it's so funny.
At the end, when he kills Fade and Lisa Nagaib, I could not stop laughing because that clip was on Twitter for like months.
Yeah, it's Javier Bardem is just a gem in this movie.
Yeah. So versatile.
And yeah, it's a damn good film.
Deserves a supporting actor nomination for this one.
What? Please tell me you're joking.
Oh, I'm kidding.
What?
Yeah.
Paul. Yeah, okay.
Paul
Atreides.
Who is this? What, Dave?
That was a pretty good walk-in.
Thank you.
Is Beth there?
Is that why? Paul.
The best walk-in line is the one from Pulp Fiction where he's like, I've had this watch in my ass for 8 years. It's so good. But yeah, Dune 2, debatably the greatest science fiction. Science fiction is such a stacked genre. It's really hard to debate. But right now, I know it's my favorite science fiction film. It is just so perfect.
I do
Star Wars. Yeah. Star Wars wishes it could be Dune.
Yep.
I
go back and forth.
Didn't Frank Herbert say that Star Wars ripped him off?
Oh, Star Wars totally ripped him off.
Yeah.
Dune.
It's crazy.
A single sci-fi movie over it? I'm looking. I don't. Yeah.
I could see.
Because I'm like, Blade Runner is the best science fiction movie ever made, and then I think about Dune, and then I think about Arrival, which tears my heart into a million pieces every time I watch it. And I'm just like, I don't know.
I could see Arrival beating it. I could see 2001 beating it. Are we counting the Marvel Universe as sci-fi?
Oh wait, I do have 2001 over it. I do.
I mean, there's no Marvel movie better than Dune. Infinity War is awesome, but
in Infinity War, I have Infinity War at a 4.
If you say the Avengers won, that's
wow.
Crazy.
I think there's a debate to be made. That movie is excellent, and it changed cinema forever. Whether you like it or not, that movie changed cinema.
Okay,
but I was going to say The Winter Soldier.
I was going to say Civil War.
Civil War, too. That's a valid take. You get the best villain in the entire MCU in Baron Zemo. Daniel Bruhl just cooking, dude. Oh my god.
Civil War's a 3-star.
Oh, that's crazy, dude. That is so crazy.
Winter Soldier is so much better.
Civil War has the coldest line in the MCU, where Black Panther, they're in the van, Sam, Steve, and T'Challa, and Black Panther looks at Steve and he's like, so I ask you, as warrior and king, how long do you think you can keep your friends safe from me? And you're just like, oh, dude, dropping bars. God, that movie is so damn good. That movie is so good. But moving on, Dune 2, peak. Jagger, give us your next one.
My next one is Fury Road. Fury Road, I think I already sort of gave my opinion on. Not a story there, nothing, but it's cool and it looks nice. So that's all there really is to say about it.
Evan?
My next one, I was talking with Ryan about The Wages of Fear, which was a movie that was on the IMDb that only I saw. I don't know if you've seen it, Jagger.
Wages of Fear.
Yeah. Sorcerer is the remake of it.
Yeah, so I watched Sorcerer. And
okay. I've heard great things about Sorcerer. I have it on Blu-ray. I want to watch it, but there's one guy in our Discord that keeps saying that it's just really, like, horrifically racist, homophobic mess.
Okay, Jagger, let me put this in your mind, though. This is Jackie, who has mysterious skin in his top 10.
It's a good movie.
That's a good point.
That's a good movie, but that's a wild movie to have in your top 10.
I'm trying to think. Okay, granted, I was doing some Lego building while I watched Sorcerer, but I'm failing to think of any scene.
Here, wait, can I pull up the review? Let's see. Half a star. Let's hear it. Do not watch this absolutely god-awful, offensive piece of trash. Good things about this film, the cinematography. Bad things about this film. Incredibly racist, horrible pacing. Took 70 minutes to get to the plot. Massive plot holes, too many continuity errors. Terrible dialogue, child porn, predictable, indigenous people who are shown as wild animals, the Jew dies and the white guy lives, mid-acting, sexist, Cats, Morbius, and even Jack and Jill are at least 3 stars better than this. Why is this rated 4.2 overall? One of the worst films I've ever seen. How is it even on the Letterboxd Top 250?
Is this talking about Wages of Fear?
No, that's talking about Sorcerer. That's Jack.
Okay,
he's in the Average Film Enjoyer Discord.
That's so weird because everything he just said, well, like the child porn thing, there's a naked kid in Wages of Fear because the movie starts in like this village and there's a naked kid walking around. I didn't see one in Sorcerer.
There's also a naked kid in Yee, if I'm not mistaken.
That's weird. I don't remember that stuff in Sorcerer. Anyway, again, okay, the thing about it taking 70 minutes to get to the plot, that's what happens in Wages of Fear. Wages of Fear is 2.5 hours long. It takes 70 minutes for them to get into the truck. Sorcerer, it takes about 45 minutes to an hour. But the setup in Sorcerer is way better. The first act of Wages of Fear is very slow and boring. First act of Wages of Sorcerer is sick. Wages of Fear, very sleepy. They changed the ending in Sorcerer, though, which is awesome, because I fucking hate the ending of Wages of Fear. I hate it so much.
Maybe he watched Wages of Fear, because if you search up Wages of Fear, Sorcerer comes up over it.
Yeah, but the thing he's talking about at the end is how Sorcerer ends. Wages of Fear has a different ending.
Wait, what did he say about the end?
He said the Jew dies and the white guy lives.
Oh.
And that's not how Wages of Fear ends.
Okay. Oh, maybe he did watch it.
I'm very confused by that. Maybe he watched both and just merged them together. That's weird.
Maybe.
I don't know. That's crazy. Sorcerer's fucking awesome. It is so high octane, intense. It's got some cool mob plot stuff. It's like domestic, civil unrest type stuff. It's really cool. It's intense.
Well, it's also directed by the guy who made debatably the greatest horror movie of all time.
Yeah, William Friedkin cooked very hard on this. It's sick. Watch it. It's
he
on the
always
Criterion
cooks,
channel.
dude.
Yeah.
Friedkin has one bad movie. One bad movie on Friedkin that I've seen, at least. The 12 Angry Men remake, complete mess. Complete mess.
Yeah, that's unnecessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sorcerer's cool. I like the ending more, but the truck stuff in Wages of Fear is more intense. It's hard to talk about it without spoilers because I need someone who's seen both so I can talk about the ending. Yeah.
Next
4 stars for Sorcerer.
For me, I watched an animated horror movie. It's like a fantasy horror. It's off Shudder, called The Spine of the Night. In this ultra-violent fantasy epic, ancient dark magic falls into sinister hands and unleashes ages of suffering onto mankind. A group of heroes from different eras and cultures must band together in order to defeat it at all costs. This was sick. Crazy gore, cool plot, well-paced. Definitely check this one out if you have it. I really, really enjoyed this. You get voice performances from Lucy Lawless, Patton Oswalt, Joe Manganiello. I think that's how you say his name.
Yeah.
Throwing it on the watch list now. Sounds good.
It's awesome. The animation is unbelievably beautiful. Yeah, really, really, really cool movie. Really enjoyed it. And then after that, I followed it up with some Peak. Abraham Lincoln versus Zombies. Hell yeah, dude. Here's some things that you can be expect. Here's some things that you will not get in Abraham Lincoln versus Zombies. Historical accuracy. You won't get that. Historical landmarks. No. Here's some things that you will get. A fuck ton of Theodore Roosevelt Easter eggs. A fuck ton more of just general presidential Easter eggs. You'll get John Wilkes, one of the craziest lines I've ever heard from John Wilkes Booth. You'll get Abraham Lincoln saying, "Emancipate this," and then cutting off a zombie head. I mean, what more could you ask for, dude? Abraham Lincoln chopping up zombies. It's awesome. It's so bad, but it is so much fun. I had a fucking blast.
Emancipate this is one of the greatest lines I've ever heard. Oh my god.
Well, there's this crazy scene where Abraham Lincoln is working with like this squad of his best soldiers, and it's like during the Civil War. So and he was with the North, so there's a black guy with him, and this guy was like, "Yeah, my grandma said she used to call these things zombies, like dead people who rise from the dead." And the guy says the zombies were like slaves, and John Wilkes Booth says, I prefer the regular kind of slaves, if you know what I mean, and then winks at the guy. It is insane, dude. Oh my gosh. This movie has the juice. It is so funny. It is so funny. It is so funny.
It goes back to me now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I already talked about Furiosa. So I just want to ask you one question, Trey, to take over my turn. Of it. You have Skin and Rank right now in your top 4 for the month, right?
Yes.
So you did like it.
I loved it. Oh yeah, you weren't here when we talked about it. Yeah.
No, I wasn't. And I wanted to hear about it.
I wouldn't say I loved it. I would say, like, I'm never watching that again. But I would say I feel it warrants a 5-star because of how impressive and innovative that filmmaking is. I've literally never seen anything else like that. The way it's done and the way it's shot, like, that is a first. And I've seen probably more horror movies than both of you.
Yeah, combined,
probably. I watch an ungodly amount of horror movies, and I've never seen anything like that. I have never felt that way during a movie. Also, Jagger, you lied. You said there was no jump scares. There's one jump scare.
Oh yeah,
boy, did it scare me, dude. Oh my lord. I wasn't expecting it because you guys said there was no jump scares. And so it happened, and I swear to you, I almost shit my pants. But again, I feel like this movie, whether you like it or not, has to be in the conversation of, like, greatest horror movies of all time. Purely based on, like, the originality, the way it makes you feel, the like, innovation here. It's just extremely impressive.
Totally agree. Yeah, I was starting to fall asleep when I first watched it, and then that jump scare happened, and I was awake, for sure. Yeah, great horror movie. All right, back to Evan.
I watched The Fall Guy last night with my Pookie Ryan Gosling.
Hell yeah, dude.
And it's pretty awesome. It is pretty awesome. Very fun movie. Very, very fun movie. Fuck the haters. It's very entertaining. Winston Duke is so funny in it. Goat shit. The score is pretty much just I Was Made for Loving You, Baby, over and over and over and over again.
Oh my god! Dude!
It's just that song over again. It's
Mom,
awesome.
if you're still listening, which you're probably not, please pause and skip ahead.
Yeah.
Hearing that, Evan, makes my dick hard.
Yeah,
I love that song.
It's awesome.
That good.
Like, literally the first. That's how the movie starts. Is with that. Yeah, it's really fun. It's worth watching. I gave it a 4. I think it's really entertaining. I don't understand people giving this like a 1 star. That's crazy. I was talking to Remy because Remy said this movie is borderline unwatchable, and there's a scene where Ryan Gosling's sad, so he's sitting in his car blasting Taylor Swift.
Yes.
I thought that was hysterical. I was laughing
really hard. That is so funny.
And Remy said to me, that is my least favorite scene in the entire movie. So I was like, well, you don't get
that.
That
is funny and relatable.
Yup. He's blasting
Love
all too well Taylor Swift. And, yeah.
Like,
so,
I wouldn't consider myself a Swiftie, but I do like Taylor Swift.
Me too.
She makes great music.
Watch The Fall Guy. It's worth watching. Don't listen to the haters.
I'll wait for it to be on a service. I mean, saw the trailer for it. Oh, wait, what?
It's on services. That's how I watched it.
But I saw the trailer a couple of times in theaters, had no interest in watching it, and I'll wait for it to be on, like, Hulu or something, because it will be soon.
It's good. Yeah, I liked it.
So, yeah.
All right. Next ones for me.
I just have 1 left, and I don't know how many Jagger has.
Jagger, do you have any left?
I have 2 left.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's all just go around and bust out the rest of ours. I'll just bust out the rest of mine. I continued my rewatch through of the X-Men universe before Deadpool and Wolverine. I watched X2, rewatched it. This movie's awesome. Bryan Singer is an awful person, but he cooked with this.
He's a really bad guy.
Really bad dude. Really, really bad dude. But damn, this movie is awesome. X2 is so damn good. Ian McKellen is great here. Hugh Jackman. Famke Janssen as Jean Grey. That. Yeah, this is the second best X-Men movie. In my opinion. It is just so damn good. It's so damn rewatchable. Brian Cox is incredible here, as he usually is. Is Charlie Cox, is he related to Brian Cox?
I don't think so.
Oh man, that'd be cool. That'd be a dope acting family. I love Charlie Cox.
Based on their voices, I doubt it.
Yeah. But yeah, X2, great. Next, for the first time, so recently, I watched every single Halloween movie except the Rob Zombie ones. And so I just watched for the first time the Rob Zombie Halloween movie. I don't care what you say, this movie rips. It is awesome. God, the gore in this movie is unbelievable. You also get some dope character development, like Michael as a child, which I really liked. Like Rob Zombie adds a little bit of depth to the character of Michael Myers, like this background of this broken household and, you know, like all that stuff. You get Malcolm McDowell as Sam Loomis, is crazy. Danny Trejo is in this, which is crazy. Love me some Danny Trejo. Mike Myers in this movie is more menacing and terrifying than any Mike Myers in any other Halloween movie I've seen.
I'll politely disagree and continue on.
Because he's just a unit. He looks like he's like 6'10", pushing 275 of just pure muscle. He has his hands in chains, and he just goes like this. Bam! And his hands are out. Who is this guy, dude? He looks like an offensive lineman. He's just massive. And he has more than one speed when it comes to traveling. Like, he's booking it. And I think Rob Zombie...
1,000 Corpses?
No, but I really want to. I've heard good things.
Awesome. It's really good.
Watch 1,000 Corpses. I think
really
you'll like
cool.
it.
But yeah, I think Rob Zombie directed the shit out of this movie. I loved it. You get a Rush needle drop, and I know Evan hates Rush, the greatest Canadian band. But you get a Rush needle drop from Tom Sawyer that is just tough. I mean, what more can you ask for? You know?
I just googled how tall he was, and 6'9".
Dude,
You were close. You were really close.
What's the weight? I said 275.
I don't know if his weight is on Wikipedia.
Sometimes it is.
Actually,
I bet you he was pushing like 275, 300. Because he was a big boy.
Oh, that guy? Huge.
Tyler Maine.
he weighs 295 pounds.
God,
Oh
dude, I'm just
my
on
God.
point, off by 20 pounds. Yeah, that movie ripped. I watched another Shudder original called Shook. This was very cool. I enjoyed it. The characters were kind of annoying, but I kind of like that because then I kind of get to root for them to die. I love that. I love doing that. Like, oh man, I hate this main character. I hope she dies. Yeah, this movie was very cool. Very original. Would recommend a 3.5 star. And then today I've started checking off. So I went back to like whatever my earliest movie, like that I added to my watch list was, like when I first downloaded Letterboxd. I'm starting to go through those. So first I watched The Lie with Joey King and Peter Sarsgaard. This was pretty okay until the very end, and this has the wildest twist ending. It is insane what happens. I'm not going to say anything else because I think you guys should just go and watch it, but incredible twist. Holy cow. Came way out of left field. And I just, yeah. I really enjoyed that movie. I just enjoyed the twist. Let's be honest.
Nice.
Pianist, really, really good. Heartbreaking. There's not a single moment of happiness in that movie. It's
Really
just
devastating.
devastating. Jagger, why don't you go ahead?
So I watched South Park: The End of Obesity, the new South Park special.
Hell yeah.
And it felt like a true callback to where South Park started. Really, really funny. Probably the hardest I've laughed in a good minute.
My brother texted me and said it's the best special so far.
Absolutely. It's really, really good. And
I'm gonna
feels
watch
like
it later.
South Park again. Yeah, go for it.
And
I'm pretty fresh out of a rewatch of I Saw the TV Glow. I mentally prepared myself because I wanted to go in and actually break the movie down a lot. So, only having cried 3 times this round, I will say we were both wrong for that entire episode, Evan. And there's one line.
There's no wrong.
There's one line that screws us both over for that entire thing. And when you get the chance to watch it again, listen to the first time he walks into Maddie's basement and hears the TV. The first line they say changes the whole game. Also, you were talking about the green stuff. There's one part where he's opening the box in the place towards the end. I'm not trying to spoil anything. There's one part where he opens a box. The code on the box, like the package number, is a hex code to green, like the shade of green on one of the flags. Cool little thing.
Interesting. That's cool.
Yeah, bunch of stuff. Great movie. I gave it 100 out of 100 this round. Truly.
W.
Truly incredible. Yeah.
Evan, what's your
Heck
last
yeah.
one?
My last one, I rewatched Civil War last night. I've already talked about it on the podcast. I really like it a lot. A lot. I think it's visually insane. Very interesting. It's intense. Paced really well. Yeah, I don't care. I like Alex Garland. I'm not going to let people tell me that he's washed up. Whatever. He's better than Jordan Peele. All right, let's talk about On the Waterfront.
I don't
Going by
disagree.
going by the ratings alone, Garland, he's got. Let's just say, I would rather rewatch Men than Nope. Hot take of the day. There you go. Annihilation better than all of Jordan Peele's movies.
I think that's a fair take.
It's peak. It's perfect. Love Annihilation. Yeah.
So good. Moving on. Let's bust out our IMDb movies real quick. Gone Girl. Jagger, I want you to lead this conversation since it was your first watch. And me and Evan will add anything that you haven't already said that we like about the movie. But yeah, just take it away. What were your thoughts about... Also, first, how many David Fincher movies have you seen?
A couple. I saw Fight Club, 7, The Killer, and I think that's it, other than this one.
Okay, and where does this land?
Where does this land when it comes to Fincher's movies? Let me look and see if there's any that I missed. Social Network's at the bottom. By a lot.
What?
What?
You don't...
I have the Social Network at 3 stars.
That's fucking insane.
Wait,
One
did
of
you
the
hear
best
that? Right.
screenplays of all time.
No.
I have the Social Network at 3 stars.
It's one of the best screenplays of all time.
It's definitely a screenplay.
You're fucking...
Okay.
That's insane.
The Killer, I have at a 4-star, I think. So I think that it's Social Network at the bottom, then The Killer, then Gone Girl, then 7, then Fight Club at the top.
Fair.
Let me just say, pretty typical for a 14-year-old to have Fight Club at number 1.
I mean,
Sorry.
just
That
because
was
the
toxic,
Social
I'm
Network's not- yeah, no, that's fair though. That's fair.
Usually, I would try to, kind kind of shut down comments like that, but after Jagger's Social Network take, Evan, go to town, brother.
That's crazy.
Oh my
dude.
lord!
Do you want to know something so sick about the screenplay? He was David Fincher was talking to Aaron Sorkin, and he was like, "I don't want this movie to be longer than 2 hours." He said, "I don't want it longer than 2 hours. I want it nice and tight." What do you mean by that? And so Aaron Sorkin said, "Let me read it to you the way that I pictured the characters reading it in my head." And he read the entire script front to back, and it was 1 hour and 59 minutes long.
That's crazy.
Isn't that cool as shit? Aaron Sorkin's just the GOAT.
That's true.
My list is far different than that. My list is a lot different.
But there are
okay. Thoughts on Gone Girl?
Gone Girl. I thought it was really, really good. I was entirely intrigued for the entire movie, which is always a good sign. I think that it was really good for what it was trying to be. It was some of the most poetic use of sexual content in film. I think that it added so much to the story. Really, really great screenplay, great cinematography, great acting. Some great performances from people I was not expecting a good performance out of. Tyler Perry was not expecting a good performance out of him. He was great in it. Neil Patrick Harris, I have not seen in a lot of stuff. I saw him in a movie called 8-Bit Christmas, which is one of the worst films I've seen in my entire life. And I think he was good in this as well. So, great film. Also, good performance out of Ben Affleck. Incredibly rare, but this movie pulled a lot out of
incredibly common. That's Oscar winner Ben Affleck too, by the way. Yeah.
He was great in Good Will Hunting, for what that's worth. I also haven't seen Field of Dreams, which I think he's in. I think I read that.
First of all,
Trey's gonna fucking kick you off the podcast. You're thinking of Kevin Costner there, buddy.
No, I could have sworn I was going through his filmography the other day. Hold on, let me pull him up.
He's in it. He's in it, and he's not even credited. He's in the background of. He's literally an extra.
Oh, baseball fan at Fenway Park, uncredited.
He's an extra in that movie, and don't be bringing on any hate for that movie. That is...
I haven't seen it.
I think it's a top 5 sports movie. It is my all-time favorite sports movie. It is perfect. It is so good. It is so good. God, I love baseball. Oh, you're getting me amped, Jagger, man. Ugh. Okay, is there anything else you want to say about Gone Girl?
No.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, I think Gone Girl is excellent. It's my number 2 Fincher, right behind, guess what? The Social Network. The Social Net Perfect, as I like to call it. There's not a damn thing wrong with that movie. It is so damn good. Yeah, Gone Girl is outstanding. It's Rosamund Pike is terrifying. Ben Affleck cooks per usual.
Get to see some Ben Schlong too.
Dude,
huge cock.
Bro is hung. Bro is hung.
Yeah, extra half star. Bump it up to a 5 just to get it.
Carrie. We get Carrie Coon, which we don't get her in that many mainstream stuff besides The Leftovers, so and love her.
She's such
Tyler
a great,
Perry.
She's such a great addition because you can keep going. I'll talk about her after if you want, but
yeah, but Tyler Perry's great. Neil Patrick Harris. I mean, so you get Scoot McNairy in this for one scene. Any movie with him, you're just like, that's an automatic half star, dude. He's great. Yeah. Great film.
Carrie Coon brings the perfect level of emotion to match Ben Affleck in this movie.
Yeah.
And I love, like, there's that one scene when they find the stuff in the garage and she's just like, that fucking bitch. Like, she immediately is, like, on his team. She matches his energy in every scene. He goes in the morning. It's like, give me a scotch, and she grabs 2 glasses and they start playing talking about board games. Oh, dude, I love Carrie Coon. Gone Girl is also great. My number 1 David Fincher film. 7 closely behind, and then Social Network. All 5 stars, by the way. David Fincher, 5-star merchant.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fight Club's at the bottom of my list, by the way. Second to last, sorry.
Have either of you read Fight Club, the book?
Yeah, I have. The book is... It's so
book.
different. It's so different, though. It's very different than the movie.
But it's a very good book.
It
Highly
is really
recommend.
good. Chuck Palahniuk. Cool guy. Yeah, Fight Club is... Or, sorry. Gone Girl is one of the most entertaining mysteries I've ever seen. It is so, like, weirdly comedic in scenes. I love the smile when he's standing next to her.
God, it is so good.
Perfect. He's got that kind of face, you know. And the interview at the near the end, right before she comes home. Oh my God, when he just I'm a bad husband and I'm this and I'm that, and she's so pissed off about it. Oh, peak scene. Oh, Ben Affleck's fucking incredible in this movie. Yeah, I love Gone Girl. Score's great. Cinematography is insane. It looks so good.
Reznor and Ross just doing their thing.
As per usual.
Tearing
shit up.
Yeah. Next movie, On the Waterfront.
Peak.
This
Simply
was so good. Jagger may have to leave in a couple minutes because I don't know what. Jagger's a busy man.
I'm a very
so
busy
good.
man. I'm all over the place.
Marlon Brando carries this movie on his back. He is so good in this movie, and he is just. And me and Evan were talking. We love watching movies where the guys all talking like this. See?
Punch you in the mouth, see?
Yeah. Get you real good in the schnoz, see? Like
Johnny Friendly.
Oh, you better
Johnny
watch out for that
Friendly game.
Johnny Friendly, see?
So funny. That's so funny.
Yeah, this is it's a classic. It's so good. The love story is very intriguing, at least I found personally. I thought the characters were good. Again, Marlon Brando is outstanding. That's all I really have to say about it.
Can't help but be reminded of the end of Babylon when you watch a movie like this. Like, this is cinema, in my opinion. I feel like this movie is at a point where it just is a different level of cinema, and it is aged perfectly. I think that it is truly, truly incredible. Pick up this Criterion if you can. Great movie.
I think that's yeah. Evan, you got anything you want to add?
Yeah, I thought this was fine. I gave it 3 stars. I think that it's pretty over the top and melodramatic, which is entertaining. I think this movie is weirdly funny to watch just looking back. It's got something out of Rocky where I could have been somebody type scene. Great scene, but
yeah,
I found myself just thinking this is a kind of movie that people make fun of for being so old-fashioned. The romance is like the scene when he barges into her apartment and she's like, I don't want to see you, and then they just end up making out. It looks like he's gonna straight tackle her and then they just kiss against the wall. I kind of laughed just because this is so old-fashioned. Not a bad thing. I just think that this movie is also, I didn't know, I thought this was about war going into it. This was like a Normandy waterfront type movie.
No.
Yeah, I didn't read the synopsis before watching it. It's fine. I think the ending is so ridiculous.
I didn't have this logged, but this is an easy 5-star. I'd say 98 out of 100 for me.
I think that's fair. So those are our IMDb movies today. Finally, what you've all been waiting for, our final reviews of Jeff Profit and Jeff Profit as a director.
We did. We're here.
Our reviews for these movies are the exact same for every Jeff Profit movie. They stink. And yeah, they stink, and they're kind of fun to watch. So we'll just do this. Let's talk about Jeff Profit as a director.
Okay.
I gotta
Yep.
shout out that Jeff's performance in 10 Kilos in the Trunk is incredible. He
Is that the one
wearing
where
a
he's all Oh no, he plays.
No, he's wearing the
Dude,
Santa hat
that
and he's an
first
alcoholic
scene
mechanic.
is so funny.
Oh my god, it's so funny, dude. He's laying on the couch and he's got bottles in his arms and he sits up and oh my god. It's so funny.
Hold on a
He's like-
minute. Quick question.
Yeah.
Just realizing this now, I just searched up Jeff Profit.
Oh yeah, we've talked about it.
Is
I know
Jeff
you're gonna bring up.
Profit white?
Is he white? I don't know.
Is he?
Who knows?
Because if so,
I mean, he definitely looks white.
if so, then there's a good level of concern to go into the fact that he's the one behind all.
He beat up an old man. Like, we're not here to talk
Yeah, this
about
guy is not a good dude.
That's beside
Yeah.
the point. Dude, Trey, every time they are talking about fixing the car in 10 kilos for the trunk, and he's like, I just got to talk to my parts guy, Lenny. I was laughing so hard. It's like, well, I'll call Lenny and we'll get the part for her car. So I just need you to pay me $300. And the girl, I can't remember her name, she's like, well, I thought you were going to take care of it. And she goes, well, it'd be different if I had the part, but who's going to pay my boy Lenny? I don't know why. And then the last, 15 minutes of this movie, it turns into Reservoir Dogs, and everyone just starts killing each other in a showdown.
This movie's crazy.
It's hysterical. It's one of the most entertaining Jeff Profit movies.
Yeah.
love
But Jeff Profit as a director, thoughts? What do we think?
I mean, what can you
He's
really
poopy.
say?
Maybe
He
the
makes
worst to ever do it.
I think that's a fair point.
I don't like this. This guy might be the king of the funniest bad movies ever made. His movies
Okay.
are so bad to the point where I am laughing my ass off.
Are we saying that Jeff Profit's even in the ballpark of Tommy Wiseau?
Yeah, but Tommy Wiseau thinks he's making good movies, and Jeff Profit is not thinking that.
I know, but
Jeff
that's
is
what makes
cranking out
Tommy
like 10 movies
so
a
much
year.
better. I mean, he's definitely doing something.
Also, look at the just pure quantity of peak that Jeff's putting out. versus
Yeah, I mean, if
Tommy's
we're
2
rating
movies, 3
directors
movies.
based off of quantity, Jeff Profit has made 14 movies in
15.
like 3 years.
Oh yeah.
That's
Like,
crazy.
Man.
There's multiple movies on this list that I would rewatch. I think my
That's
top
also
5,
crazy.
the top 5 I would rewatch, and I have rewatched 2 of them, 3 of them. Chop the City Queens, seen it twice. Violent Justice is hysterical, so funny. The name dropping, Trey, was like, well, it's all
Yeah,
about the
there is
violent
hella
justice.
name
That's
drops
so
in
funny.
that movie.
Queen of the Trap House 1 and 2, Cannons, Zave, the Goat, 10 Kilos in the Trunk, hysterical. Jeff Profit is so funny with the Santa hat on. Deceitful Tendencies is one of the funniest, romantic thrillers ever. All of those movies I've seen or would watch more than once.
Yeah, I mean, what else can you say? He's not good. So
Yeah.
that concludes our episode for today. Again, survey for the next director deep dive will be in the description of this episode, whether you're listening or watching. So make sure to vote for that. And we will see you on Tuesday. Thanks for joining.